unlike the Brahmins who at that time in Dharwad were sort of a kind of a class of their own. It was kind of very conventional, very odd. And my father stood out against all that. So my sister and I grew up sort of never taking note of all these conventions and all these caste things. In fact, whenever there was a puja or something, and girls used to come to school with those threads tied on their wrists, and we never had anything. We never even had a puja in our house. We did not believe in it. So our growing up, I think, was extremely different, mainly because of my father's personality. Number two, he married a woman from Pune. In those days it was not very common, and it was an arranged marriage, by the way. My mother's father was a very well-known lawyer in Pune, one of the top lawyers, very well-to-do family as well. And how they came to ask my father, who had nothing, who was, sort of turned his back on his family, who were extremely orthodox. He only had his job, which he got after 3 years of joblessness. He came back from England, and he did his MA there. And he came back and he couldn't get a job. So he almost starved for some time. So how they got their daughter married to my father is beyond me. But perhaps my grandfather was a man who could see into people, and he knew he's something unusual. They came to know he's a playwright, and therefore he was extremely popular in the college. And he was the first one to start this amateur groups, which were not there. He was the first one to take women on the stage, because until then women never performed on the stage. Like in Shakespearean times, it was always men who shaved themselves and acted as women. And my father writes in his autobiography that it's so horrifying a sight to have a supposed woman come near you, and then suddenly you see that she has a little moustache there. So he said, I did not want men, I wanted to have girls. So he persuaded his students, sisters, etc. I think he did quite a big job of the amateur, groups in Dharwad at that time.